Today's daily truths and weekly wins, we're going to cover navigating change and managing transitions. Face the challenge of change with grace, strength, and courage, which will build resiliency in all the changes that come up in your life. Navigating change, why we resist it so much, and how to make it easier. I want to talk about today's change. And change is something that we tend to avoid or we tend to dislike because of the stress of the unknown. So let's try to understand what change is. Navigating change, as I define it, change is not just a phase you go through. It's a strategy for a thriving future. Why do we resist change so much? And I think it's because we naturally gravitate towards things that are comfortable, things that we know, things that we can manage, because it takes a lot of energy to go through change, to navigate change. But if we actually look at it where we start to understand that change is inevitable, and we can adopt a philosophy to look for the opportunities in the change, then we are going to be able to better manage the stress that comes along with change and better manage the outcomes. Because typically, if we reflect back in our lives, when we navigated change and we got through the other side, most of the time our life is better. We've learned something, we've overcome some sort of challenge, we've moved forward, we've made progress, not perfection. So that's my principle on change and how we can navigate change with grace and excitement and embrace the opportunity that change brings. And that leads us to my next truth, managing transitions. So let's define that a bit. Smooth transitions require more than hope. They need a plan, patience, and then willingness to adapt. This sort of stacks on navigating change. Managing transitions are the skills that we use to go through change. The ability to step back, see the opportunity in change, and then the transition from where we are or what we know as comfort to a place of discomfort, and then back to balance again. And this is something I'm really practicing right now. I am in change. I am navigating change. The change I'm navigating is the ending of my relationship with my girlfriend. And no relationship breakdown is pleasant, and it causes us to face a lot of things that we may have not dealt with before. So the transition from being in a relationship to being out of relationship has a lot of components, and we have to adapt, we have to have patience, and we have to feel the process. There's no easy way through it. There's no quick way through it. You have to go through the stages. You have to feel the emotions it brings up, the sadness, the breakdown of the relationship, the breakdown of the life you had planned. This is one of those massive changes that people face sometimes that can be devastating. But if we navigate change, searching for the opportunity, hoping that we'll see some growth, attach that to managing the transition, which is being patient, have a willingness to adapt as things go, and to not overestimate the power of just working through your emotions and working through the sadness, anger, grief that all comes along with that type of change. So that's today's 2 truths: navigating change and managing transitions. So the navigating change is really finding the beauty in the realization that change is going to happen. But if we look through that, knowing it's going to be difficult, and then seek the opportunities in each moment, being mindful, be connected, and be present on what you're going through, that will help you manage the transition through the change and get back to a place of grounding and forward progress. So that's the daily truths and weekly wins. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining me on the daily truths and the weekly wins. I hope today's episode leaves you inspired to embrace life's challenges and make the most of every day. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts, and share this with someone who could use a little boost. Join me again tomorrow for more insights and encouragement. Until then, remember, progress, not perfection. Keep striving, keep growing.